At my wedding reception, my cousin stumbled onto the stage, drunk, screaming, "It's not fair. I was supposed to marry Rich, not her. That's why I tried to get his visa denied." Guests gasped in horror. She thought she was venting, but what she didn't know was that the entire reception had been live-streamed for relatives overseas. Within hours, immigration authorities were reviewing her recorded confession, and by the end of the week, she was facing federal charges for filing false claims. Let me tell you how my cousin Maria almost ruined my life, and how she ended up ruining her own in front of a room full of people and a camera. This happened in Austin, Texas. I'm 33, female. My background is Mexican, but I moved to the US legally at 20 on a student visa. I kept things clean. I went from student to work visa, then finally got a green card. I worked hard for it. I got a degree, found a stable job in tech, and started to build a life here. I followed the rules. Never wanted trouble. Never wanted drama. Maria was my cousin, just 2 years younger. We were raised like sisters. She was always the pretty one, always in the center of attention at family events. She was charming and always had boys chasing her. I was the quiet one, the one in books. We moved to the US around the same time, but she married a US citizen at 21. That marriage didn't last long. She got divorced 2 years later, and things in her life didn't go as planned. When I met Justin, I didn't think he'd fall for me. He's calm, low-key, owns a cybersecurity company. He's not flashy. He doesn't act rich, but he does well. We started slow. He liked that I didn't care about his money. I liked that he listened when I talked. He didn't care where I came from. He asked real questions. After 2 years, he proposed. I said yes. My whole family acted happy, including Maria, but I could tell she was faking it. I caught her giving me dirty looks during my engagement dinner. She smiled too hard, said the right words, but they felt like knives. She said things like, "Wow, you got so lucky with him," or "He's rich, right? Is that why you said yes?" I brushed it off. That's how she was. Always needed to be the center. Always had a little jealousy in her. I didn't think she'd go as far as she did. The wedding was set in Austin. Simple, pretty, nothing too flashy. Justin's family helped with the venue. It was this charming place just outside the city, with string lights and wooden beams. I invited my family from Mexico, but many couldn't come. So we paid extra to live stream the whole reception for the relatives back home. About a week before the wedding, Justin got a letter from US Immigration Services. They were reviewing my immigration file again. The letter said they had received anonymous tips claiming I married him for a green card. They were reopening my case. I froze. I started crying on the spot. I thought my life here was over. I knew I hadn't done anything wrong. But immigration cases aren't simple. Even a lie can cause years of problems. I couldn't sleep for days. We hired a lawyer immediately. She said someone had gone out of their way to build a fake case. The lies were detailed: emails, contracts, even fake messages between me and someone claiming to help arrange fake marriages. It felt personal. Like someone knew enough about me to hurt me on purpose. I didn't know who did it, but Justin had a look in his eye. "I think it was Maria," he said. I didn't want to believe it. She was jealous, yes. Petty, yes. But this? Destroying my entire life? The lawyer said we'd have to wait for the FOIA request to see the actual complaint. She warned me that this could block my citizenship path. Or worse. Still, the wedding was on. I forced myself to get through the week. Put on the dress. Walked down the aisle. Tried to smile. My stomach was in knots. The reception was beautiful. The music, the food, the flowers, all perfect. Justin was glowing. His mom hugged me so tight, I thought I'd cry. Then it happened. About halfway through the night, after the dinner and the dances, Maria got on the stage. She was drunk. Everyone could see it. Her lipstick was smeared. Her shoes were off. She grabbed the mic and pushed the DJ's hand away. Everyone stopped. Some laughed. They thought she was about to give a funny toast. She didn't. She screamed into the mic, "It's not fair. I was supposed to marry Rich, not her." The whole room froze. She doesn't deserve him. I tried everything. I told immigration she married him for a green card. I even sent them emails. You could have heard a pin drop. I just wanted a chance. Why does she get everything? The DJ cut her mic. Her brother tried to drag her off the stage. She slapped his hand away. I'm not done, she yelled. I wanted what she has. I thought if I stopped the wedding, he'd see it.
People gasped.
My mom had tears in her eyes. My aunt turned white. Justin grabbed my hand, squeezing it so hard, I thought it would break. She didn't know we had the whole thing live-streamed. The camera caught every word. My cousin Luis in Mexico recorded the stream. He immediately started sending the clip to family. By the time the reception ended, I had messages from 3 different relatives. One said, "Call your lawyer now." I didn't even get out of my dress before I called her. She watched the video and said, "This changes everything." She took it straight to DHS investigators. Within a day, they confirmed the complaint had been filed under an anonymous email traced back to Maria's apartment. They got a warrant, found more fake documents in her email. She had used real details about my visa, my work history, and made up the rest. It wasn't just petty jealousy. It was a federal crime. She got arrested the following week. She's out on bond now, waiting for her trial. My case was cleared. In fact, her confession actually helped. It proved our marriage was real. We're stronger now. Justin says he never had a single doubt. I haven't spoken to Maria. I don't think I ever will. You'd think that would be the end of it, right? It wasn't. Maria's arrest made waves. News travels fast in our family, even faster when it's this dirty. My mom didn't sleep for 3 days. My dad wouldn't talk about it at all. He said she brought shame to the whole family. But there were others, people I didn't expect, who started taking her side. My aunt, Maria's mom, called me 2 days after the arrest. She was crying, begging me to drop the charges. She said Maria had just been drinking too much and got caught up in emotions. She said Maria didn't really mean to hurt me, and that prison would ruin her life. "She's your cousin," she whispered, like I didn't know that already. "You two were like sisters." I didn't say anything for a long time. Then I asked her, what if it worked? What if she had gotten me deported? She didn't answer, just cried some more. I hung up. I felt sick afterward.
Guilty.
Angry.
Torn.
But then it got worse. About a week later, Justin's company got hit with an IRS audit. Out of nowhere. We couldn't prove it, but his lawyer said someone had filed an anonymous tip about fraudulent business practices. It was all fake,
just like the claims against me.
But it caused months of headaches, meetings, paperwork,
Lost time.
lost money. Someone was still trying to mess with us. We knew it was connected. The timing was too perfect. But Maria was out on bond. She couldn't legally contact me or Justin.
So how?
Then we found out. One of Maria's exes, a guy named Devin, messaged Justin on LinkedIn.
Random, right?
Except he wasn't random. He used to work part-time at a coffee shop Maria hung around. He said she paid him cash once, maybe twice, to file anonymous reports for her using Wi-Fi in different locations. I didn't know what she was doing, he wrote. She said it was about some cheating ex. But when I saw the wedding video online, I figured it out. He had proof. Emails. Bank transfers. Screenshots. We took it to our lawyer again. She passed it on to the feds. The case against Maria grew deeper. But here's the thing that messed with me. Even after everything, some people in my family still defended her. My older cousin Teresa posted on Facebook that Maria was just hurting and didn't deserve jail. A few others commented things like, "Families shouldn't fight like this, and we should handle this privately." Privately?
She tried to destroy my life.
Meanwhile, Maria started posting cryptic stuff on her Instagram. Pictures of her looking sad with captions like, "People love to see you fall, and they'll never understand my pain." Always vague. Never admitting anything, but always hinting that she was the real victim. The final straw came when I got a letter in the mail. No return address. Just my name written in a shaky, angry hand. Inside was a single sheet of paper. Printed. It said, "You ruined her life. She just wanted love. You stole everything. One day, karma comes." That was the moment I stopped feeling sorry for her. Whoever sent it, whether it was her or someone else on her behalf, made one thing clear. This wasn't over. And now I knew, if she couldn't take me down with lies, maybe she'd try something worse. I changed my locks. We installed cameras. I warned my parents to be careful. And I waited, because something told me this wasn't her final move. A few weeks passed. Things quieted down, at least on the surface. Maria's court date was set for the following month. Our lawyer told us not to engage with her, not to respond to anything her family said, and definitely not to post online. We followed that advice. But Maria didn't. Late one night, my phone started blowing up. Missed calls, texts, a Facebook message from a woman I barely knew, a friend of Maria's from years ago. She sent me a screenshot. It was a private Facebook group post, something called Justice for Maria C. I joined the group with a burner account. What I saw made my skin crawl. Maria had posted a long message in the group, a full-on sob story. She claimed I had trapped a rich American, forced him to marry me by threatening to expose some secret, and then blamed her when things fell apart. She painted herself as the whistleblower, said she was punished for telling the truth. She told her side like some Lifetime movie, making me the villain who destroyed a good man for citizenship and turned the family against her for trying to stop it. And people were believing her. The comments were filled with sympathy. Wow, this is so messed up. I had no idea immigration was this corrupt. Stay strong, Queen. They can't keep the truth buried forever. I sat there in the dark reading it over and over. She was building a new story, rewriting the past, and rallying strangers to her side. But that wasn't even the worst part. She'd posted pictures of me and Justin, wedding photos, screenshots from our live stream, and my full name. One of the commenters found Justin's business website and started posting negative reviews. "This guy scams immigrants for money," one said. "Fake marriage, shady business." We tried to get the posts removed. The reviews flagged. It took weeks. Some platforms were quick. Others dragged their feet. Meanwhile, Justin lost a contract with a healthcare company that said they couldn't risk the reputation hit. Our lawyer sent a cease and desist. Facebook didn't do much. The group stayed up. Then something weird happened. Someone tried to break into our mailbox. It's one of those cluster units on the corner. Our key wouldn't work one morning. Justin found scratch marks around the lock. We called the post office. They said someone had jammed a key in it that didn't belong. Nothing was taken, but still, it was clear someone was trying to get to our mail. Was she fishing for legal documents? Trying to find out what we knew? Or just scare us? I went back to the burner account and posted a warning in the group, pretending to be a neutral third party. I wrote, "Maybe don't blindly support someone being investigated for federal crimes. Just saying." The comment was deleted within minutes. Then I was banned. She had control over the whole group. She was curating the narrative. And she had no shame. But here's where it turned. One of the newer members of the group, a woman named Kristen, messaged me privately through my burner account. She said something didn't sit right. She had a gut feeling Maria was lying. "I met her once at a party," Kristen said. "She was bragging about getting with some tech guy. Said she could fake anything if she wanted to. Made it sound like a game." Kristen agreed to help us. She stayed in the group, took screenshots, recorded messages. She even captured a video Maria posted to the group, one where she cried on camera talking about being betrayed by family. In the background of that video, a whiteboard. On it, a to-do list. One of the items, contact reporter about wedding sabotage story. Another one, create email thread w/fake evidence. Start week of April 15th. We had a time-stamped copy. Kristen emailed it all to our lawyer. That's when the feds got serious. The case expanded. They started calling it obstruction, witness tampering, defamation, harassment. Maria thought she was building sympathy. Instead, She was building a longer prison sentence. And still, part of me wondered, would she stop? Or was this just another step in a darker plan? 3 weeks before the trial, Justin got a call from a reporter with the Austin Ledger, a local paper known for digging into scandals. The reporter said someone sent them a tip about a tech CEO and his immigrant wife using marriage fraud to cover a corporate crime. It was Maria. She was trying one last time to destroy us. The reporter asked for a comment. Justin calmly said he'd let our lawyer handle it. We forwarded everything to her. Within 2 days, she filed an emergency restraining order. The judge approved it. The prosecutor filed new charges. But it wasn't enough for me. I had tried to do everything right. I stayed quiet when she lied. I followed the law. I didn't respond to her online smears. I even ignored the threats. But now she was dragging Justin's name, his business, his life, again through the dirt. So, I did something I never thought I'd do. I posted the full wedding clip online. The one with her screaming. I posted it on a Reddit thread. I posted it on Twitter. I even sent it to the same reporter who called us. I wrote a short statement. My cousin tried to get me deported by filing fake immigration claims. She confessed, drunk, at my wedding. She's now facing federal charges. Here's what really happened. It went viral. Within hours, people were sharing it everywhere. Thousands of comments. Most were angry, outraged. People saw the lies. They saw the truth. The Facebook group? It disappeared the next morning. Deleted. All those posts gone. But it was too late. The media turned. Reporters started digging into her story now. They found court records. Interviewed people she'd burned in the past. Even found another ex who said she once bragged about almost marrying a guy just for his passport. Then the trial started. Maria showed up wearing all black, like she was going to a funeral. She looked thinner. Tired. Her eyes didn't have that same fire anymore. The courtroom was packed. Justin testified first. Calm, clear, respectful. Our lawyer showed everything. Her confession video, the whiteboard screenshots, the fake emails. Then I testified. I told them how she was family. How we grew up together. How I loved her like a sister. And how she tried to ruin my life out of jealousy. I didn't cry. But my voice cracked. Maria never looked at me. When it was her turn to speak, she didn't apologize. She blamed the alcohol. Blamed heartbreak. Blamed her parents. Blamed me. The judge didn't buy it. She was sentenced to 18 months in federal prison. Plus fines. And a permanent mark on her record. She lost her job. Lost her friends. She'll probably never work in her old field again. After the sentencing, her mom tried to speak to me in the hallway. I looked at her. Then I walked away. Justin held my hand. I think he knew I had finally made peace with it. A few months later, I was granted full citizenship. I stood in a room with dozens of others, people who worked hard, followed the rules, and I swore an oath to this country. When they handed me my certificate, I felt something lift off me. Like I had finally earned not just my place, but my peace. As for Maria, she writes me letters from prison. I never open them. I keep them in a shoebox at the back of my closet, not because I'll ever forgive her, but because I want to remember what it cost me to finally stand up for myself, and what it cost her to try and tear me down.